Good old summertime, when the anticipation is high but the heat is brutal. The state of Tennessee just so happens to let us go out and weather that heat in hopes of the rare chance of killing a buck in velvet. To tell this story, we have to go back to last year, the fall of 2022. As soon as we put cameras out in August, a big framed 8-point started showing up that I thought to be a buck that I dubbed the year before as JR. That was until JR showed up in September. Hence, this new big frame 3-year-old was given the name the Imposter. He had one defining characteristic, which was an actual Adam's apple-like tumor on his neck. And I'm glad he had that, because I never would have thought the buck that blessed us with his presence this summer was the same deer from last year. When I checked the camera for the first time this summer, I was in shock at the width and brow tines this buck had put on. He had blown into an absolutely giant framed 4-year-old, and it was time to get a game plan together for this season. With the velvet hunt being at the end of August, we decided to plant cowpeas just for this hunt. Just so happens, this buck and a lot of the other bucks tend to stay on the front of our property right by our camper and where the road that goes into our camper is. So we planted Whitetail Institute's Conceal, which is sorghum, to block the road in hopes that the bucks would feel more safe in this food plot. We moved a tripod in for a southern wind over these cowpeas in the clover plot, and the stage was set. Now, join me on the quest to kill the Imposter and my first ever velvet buck. Let's get buck wild, folks.
Did y'all really think that plan was going to work out that smooth? No. It is 99 degrees, and guess what the wind decided to do? Switch to the north. So that tripod set up down the drain. We're going to have to improvise a little bit. I got my sticks, my saddle, and a platform, and there's one tree I can get in. This whole end of the food plot is covered in kudzu, so it makes it tough. But I think I can make it work. But the only problem is I might die of a heat stroke getting up in this tree this afternoon. The Imposter's been showing up with a big bachelor group of bucks every evening around 6:30. It's been a little bit later the last couple of evenings because it's been so hot. But I'm just pumped to be getting in a tree, enjoying God's beautiful creation, and hopefully I can lay my eyes on some velvet bucks. It's gonna be a magical evening, even though it's hot, I think. So y'all hang in there with me. I'll see y'all when we get to the spot, and let's have some fun this evening. Alright, I made it out without having a heat stroke. Came pretty close though. About 2:30. I'm gonna sit here for about 30 minutes in the truck, cool off, wipe down with some Scent-Away wipes, get some of the sweat off of me. I'm about 10 foot off the ground. It's not perfect where this is at, but I got good cover with the kudzu, so I think we can make it work. I'll see y'all in the tree.
As you can tell, I'm sweating my butt off. We just had a nice 2 or 3 year old we call Batman. He's got a real black mask on his face. He came in to my left where I had everything set up, and he could smell me. I'm soaked in sweat. I really need some wind. It's super calm right now, and I know my scent is just sitting here lingering over the food plot. He could tell something wasn't right immediately, so hopefully before it gets a little bit later, we can get a little bit of wind. It's supposed to be blowing like 7 to 10 miles an hour. I didn't have my camera set up or anything yet. Should be a good evening. I bet he'll come back. He didn't blow or anything. He kind of just trotted back the way he came from. But probably wondering why I'm wearing orange. We're in a CWD county, and I couldn't get a good answer on whether, since I'm bow hunting and we're on our own private land, if I needed to wear it or not. So I went ahead and wore it just to be legal in case I needed it. I'm rocking my Mississippi State Dogs hat. Hopefully it'll bring me some luck. This is the only orange Mississippi State hat I could find. But should be a good sit this evening. Maybe it'll cool off in a little bit and I can stop sweating my butt off. Y'all hang tight with me.
After that doe winded me, I really began to question if I made the smartest decision to hunt in this kind of heat. I stood there for around 2 hours, profusely sweating, contemplating if I was going to be able to pull this off and praying that any amount of wind would stir. At around 6 o'clock, my prayers were answered. Wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour began to blow as a storm was passing just to the northeast of where I was. Even though I felt like I might blow out of the tree, the cool weather that they brought is just what I needed to get the bucks on their feet. The only problem was that with gusts of wind, a swirling effect can be detrimental to a hunter's success. We will just have to wait and find out if the cool down will outweigh the chance of one of these mature bucks catching a whiff of human scent.
whole group came out except the imposter. So I don't know where he is. They caught my wind, I think.
After the bachelor group left, I made the mistake, like many of us do, of getting in the mindset that the hunt was over. I was pretty bummed. I leaned against the tree thinking I had messed up by trying to hunt on the hottest day of the year. However, after about 15 minutes of sulking, I heard a stick break directly across the food plot from me in the woods. Lo and behold, stepped out Crook, followed by Ace and another small buck. I knew at that moment the imposter was about to step out and give me the opportunity I had been waiting for all summer long. It was finally time for us to meet face to face for the first time.
Let's go! I didn't think he was gonna show. I just center punched him at 42 yards, I think. I don't know. He's dead though. He crashed. I heard him crash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he showed up. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Bless me with that one. I've been waiting months for that buck. I heard him coming back out after they left. I was like, I bet he's with him. I bet he's with him. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Probably my biggest buck ever. Hope he didn't mess the velvet rack up crashing. I heard him crash too. Let me call my dad. To the clover, and then imposter walked out behind that little buck, and I smoked him at 42 yards out here in the cow peas.
Awesome. That was awesome.
I'm gonna get down, and I'm gonna wait on my dad to get here to go find him. But I got a big light. We can go check him out. So y'all hang tight. We'll get on the blood trail in a minute. But I heard him crash. Here it is.
You ran straight to the corner?
Here's my arrow.
Is there?
Yep, right here.
I'll be quiet with the video.
All right. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, it's soaked. Yep. Yeah, it's good blood. Yep. Look at that. That MegaMeat's bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. First time shooting it. Right there. Golly. Yeah, he's praying. Right here.
There
Huh?
you see him?
Not yet. You don't come, it's not real grown up in here if you don't come up in here.
Got him. Let me get my light out.
Do that.
Oh yeah.
Spraying. He went right this way. There he is right there.
Awesome. We pull right in here, I think.
Hey, you hold the light in this camera. Okay. Try to keep the camera in front of it. Golly. Giant. So freaking stud. Dang, yeah. Golly. That's awesome. You did smoke him. Oh. She can grab his ears and pull his head around. Really don't. There you go. That's a big spider. Awesome. I'm telling you, that's awesome. He's a beaut.
I don't want to touch his rack too much.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a long time watching this deer.
Well, I'm telling you.
All summer long. Paid off.
Awesome job. I like the way his main beam curves up.
I know.
That's cool.
That's a beautiful deer.
This thing is filming, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a beauty, ain't it?
It is a beauty.
Yeah.
He is pretty.
Man. Oh. Might be the biggest buck we've killed on this place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Think it'd be bigger than Bandit?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful
Think
deer.
so.
Beautiful deer. Lays out pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn him around so I can see. Oh. Thank you, Lord.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
For all the work we put in
That's right.
this year.
It's been fun. We're gonna get him loaded up, get him in the cooler, and then work on caping him out tomorrow. Thanks for joining along, and we'll see y'all next time. Give me a bit of fist bump there. A little bit hot, but it's awesome.